got a big blast from the past beer here. Unearthly from Southern Tier. Looks like now they just every once in a while make a triple dry hopped version of this beer. I definitely drank this in Bombers, over 10 years ago. So I thought I'd return to it. I guess now they use Mosaic and Equinox in it. Those hops that basically didn't exist or weren't available to the public 10 years ago. The other classic hops they use are like Simcoe, Columbus, and Cascade, I believe. They say it's only 75 IBUs. They don't say it's a big, bitter West Coast IPA. I guess it's pretty big. It's 9.5%. And I believe this was bottled a month to a month and a half ago. The best by date is June 8th of this year. So I'm guessing that means it was bottled December 8th. So a little over a month in the bottle. And it's not a hazy beer. There's some sediment on bottom, as I guess I got used to with these kinds of beers back in the day. And I don't know exactly what the triple dry hopping means. They also say that they use 4 times the amount of hops that used in normal IPAs. Oh, of course it overflowed. I thought I had that perfect. Well, I'll just have to drink the sticky glass. And it looks, like a IPA from 10 years ago. A little bit of that pale amber color, mostly clear, some tiny particulates of yeast out there on the bottom. And I'm not smelling anything quite yet. So hopefully this one is interesting, because I don't usually buy beers like this. I was hoping that this would be something like Pliny the Elder style. Guess it's not so far off, but all that crystal malt really, really pulls the hop aromas into this area that's just like berries and purple drink. Like they call this an insanely dank experience. I don't know. It's not that dank. I guess it smells like really good mild weed or something. I don't know. The head's looking okay. It's a lot of big bubbles, but it's getting a little rocky and foamy. Does it have the most intense big smell ever? Not really. It's maybe a little bit heady topper like, but there's no big yeast ester experience happening with this one. It smells pretty good, but it's not big and juicy. It's a blast from the past. It definitely smells very fresh. I'm pretty positive this is about a month and a half old. I'm not smelling booze. A little bit of spice, but just caramel, berries, maybe a little citrus, grapefruit, fruitcake stuff. Ooh. Sticky icky on the flavor though, and lots of maltiness. Seems like they haven't really changed the malt bill. It's just amazing how much that changes the flavor. It's not far off from heady topper, Pliny the Elder type things. I guess it's not really. It's closer to Pliny the Elder. Maybe more like the double dry hop version I did with like Citra and Mosaic, because this, even though this uses Mosaic and Equinox, they're not overriding hops. Maybe just adding a little extra peach and a little extra cedary notes. And it feels pretty good. Pretty smooth. It's not silky like I remember having some Pliny the Elders, like where like it's super clear, but then it has this like silky, nice tongue coating feel. And the bitterness is definitely coming in. I'm not noticing the ABV though. This is very cold. So being that cold, that's maybe keeping it from being as intense of an experience, and also hiding the booze. Why don't we just pour in the bottom? See what all of the yeast does. It adds a very, very, very light haze. I mean, most people wouldn't even call that a haze today. Oh yeah, and now it's like there's a lingering, sticky, resinous bitterness that I wouldn't call super dank. It's kind of a clean resinous to me. And a firm bitterness. It's well-made beer, definitely intense. Gives you a lot of flavors. A nice blast from the past, and oh yeah, now I'm noticing some of the booziness. And the hoppiness is just overtaking my palate. It's getting pretty piney actually. Piney, resinous, boozy, warmth, and intense herbaceousness on my tongue. Yeah, this is the sort of thing that made people often be turned off to IPAs in the past. Just a big assault on the palate. In terms of the score, it's like, by today's standards, it's just so different from what most people want. There's kind of a rosiness in it. It deserves like a 4. At least. I don't know if I'll ever get it again. It was kind of just a fun throwback thing for me. Especially seeing it fresh and special triple dry hop version. But I don't want to drink these every day, especially 9.5% alcohol. And it's crazy because so many of these hazy IPA brewers, especially like Single Cut, will list IBUs like 128, and then you drink it and it's like, no, this is way more intense. I'm getting a little bit of a burn in the throat. I'm not sure if that's a big problem or if that's just what happens with these big strong hoppy bitter beers. That's it. Bye.